I made it to the forest, one of the few places where I can feel life truly pause, giving me the space to breathe, reflect, and embrace rest. I returned to the Forest of Dean during a heatwave, something that is sadly becoming more common here in the UK, and without the shelter of the oak trees above me and the coolness held beneath their canopy, the heat would have felt relentless. This short film was supposed to be a celebration of one of my most favourite places in the UK, and in many ways it still is. But it's difficult for it not to become a film about climate change when the heat dictates when you can venture outside, when the middle of the day becomes almost unbearable, and when the shade of the forest feels less like comfort and more like protection. Walking through this landscape is a reminder of how much we need places like this, and of Britain's need to restore, protect, and expand its forests. I've returned to the Forest of Dean many times over the years, and I count it among the handful of places that first inspired my love of forests, deepened my appreciation of nature, and made the need to protect our planet feel impossible to ignore. Scenic trails, dense woodland, cycling, canoeing, adventure, and exploration are all woven into memories of this place. But this time, the heat changed everything. Early mornings and evenings became the only moments when I could really move, explore, and take in the landscape. The long days I had imagined became shorter windows of opportunity, shaped by the temperature rather than by where I wanted to go. There was a small sense of heartbreak in knowing how much was here and how little of it I was able to explore this time. But even with those limitations, the forest never lost its ability to leave me in awe. Its beauty was still everywhere, in the early light passing through the trees, in the quiet of the trails, and in the feeling that there was always something more waiting beyond the next path. Perhaps this is part of why I keep coming back to places like this. The forest gives me space not only to rest, but to think about the work I make, the stories I am drawn towards, and the kind of filmmaker I want to be. Being here has reminded me that I want to make more films about places like this, and about the people working to understand, restore, and protect the natural world. Perhaps that is where my love of filmmaking and my connection to places like this naturally meet. A camera gives me a reason to slow down, look more closely, and spend time with stories that might otherwise pass unnoticed. It allows me to celebrate what is beautiful, but also to pay attention to what may be changing or disappearing. Not because I want every film to carry the same message, but because these stories deserve more space. I hope those with the power to shape our future recognise the urgency of protecting places like this, and that the government strengthens its commitment to reaching net zero, matching its promise with meaningful action. But responsibility does not only belong to the government. It also lives in the choices made by businesses, communities, and individuals. For every video I produce, I plant 10 trees. It may only be a small gesture, but it's one step towards reducing the impact of my work and building a more environmentally responsible business. My long-term ambition is to better understand and reduce my carbon footprint, work towards net zero, and perhaps one day give back more than my business takes. For now, I will keep walking, keep noticing, and keep returning to the places that remind me of why any of this matters.